Mighty Man Gaming, and we're going to be reading another creepypasta today. And it's going to be Jeff the Killer. And my friend Aiden is going to be reading with me once again since he's really cool and I like him.
Yeah, and I really know nothing about the Jeff the Killer story. Also, I mean, I know what he's supposed to look like. I know who he is. I've heard of him, but I've never really read it. So this is probably going to be interesting for me. And I looked at the picture again after not looking at it for 7 months, and I'm probably not going to be able to sleep tonight because we're recording this at 11:30. So this is going to be really nifty. I'm not recording it for my channel, but I mean, if I end up having to do it at some point, I will. I don't know if I'm really going to do too many creepypastas on my channel, but I don't mind helping other people on their channel because that still helps me a little bit, right? I mean, I haven't posted any video yet, but once I get my computer fixed, watch some games. Nifty. Pretty nifty. All right, so I warmed up my voice a little bit, and I'm ready to fit some character roles.
Okay.
Tell me when you are ready.
Okay, I'm ready, but let me read something first. Excerpt from a local newspaper. Ominous unknown killer is still at large. Okay, you can go now. I just wanted to read the excerpt thing.
Alright. After weeks of unexplained murders, the ominous unknown killer is still on the rise. After little evidence has been found, a young boy states that he survived one of the killer's attempted attacks and bravely tells his story to the public.
Okay, so I want to do all the younger characters because my voice is a little bit smaller than
Alright, that's fine.
I had a bad dream, and I woke up in the middle of the night, says the boy. I saw that, for some reason, the window was open, even though I remember it being closed before I went to bed. I got up and shut it once more. Afterwards, I simply crawled under my covers and tried to get back to sleep. That's when I had a strange feeling, like someone was watching me. I looked up and nearly jumped out of my bed. There, in a little ray of light illuminating between my curtains, were a pair of two eyes. These weren't regular eyes. They were dark, ominous eyes. They were bordered in black and just plain out terrified me. That's when I saw his mouth. A long, horrendous smile that made every hair on my body stand up. The figure stood there, watching me. Finally, after what seemed like forever, he said it. A simple phrase, but said it in only a way a madman could speak. He said,
"Go to sleep."
I let out a scream. That's what sent him at me. He pulled up a knife, aiming at my heart. He jumped on top of my bed. I fought him back. I kicked, I punched, I rolled around, trying to knock him off me. That's when my dad busted in. The man threw a knife and went into my dad's shoulder. The man probably would have finished him off if one of the neighbors hadn't alerted the police. They drove into the parking lot and ran towards the door. The man turned and ran down the hallway. I heard a smash, like glass breaking, as I came out of my room. I saw the window that was pointing towards the back of my house was broken. I looked out to see him vanish into the distance. I can tell you one thing. I will never forget that face. Those cold, evil eyes and that psychotic smile. They will never leave my head. Police are still on the look for this man. If you see anyone that fits the description in the story, please contact your local police department. Jeff and his family had just moved into a new neighborhood. His dad had gotten a promotion at work, and they thought it would be best to live in one of those fancy neighborhoods. Jeff and his brother Lou couldn't complain, though. A new, better house. What was not to love? As they were getting unpacked, one of the neighbors came by. "Hello," she said. "I'm Barbara. I live across the street from you. Well, I just wanted to introduce myself and introduce my son." She turns around and calls her son over. "Billy, these are our new neighbors." Billy said hi and ran back to play in his yard. "Well," said Jeff's mom, "I'm Margaret, and this is my husband Peter and my two sons, Jeff and Lou." They each introduced themselves, and when Barbara invited them to their son's birthday party, Jeff and his brother were about to object when their mother said that they would love to. When Jeff and his family are done packing, Jeff went up to his mom.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to read all the character rules, right?
No, you're doing the older kids.
Why would you invite us to some? Mom, why would you invite us to some kid's party? If you haven't noticed, I'm not some dumb kid.
Jeff, said his mother, we just moved here. We should show that we wanted to spend time with our neighbors. Now, we're going to that party, and that's final. Jeff started to talk, but stopped himself, knowing that he couldn't do anything. Whenever his mom said something, it was final. He walked into his room and plopped down on his bed. He sat there, looking at his ceiling, and suddenly he got a weird feeling. Not as so much as a pain, but a weird feeling. He dismissed it as some random feeling. He heard his mother call him down to get his stuff, and he walked downstairs to get it. The next day, Jeff walked downstairs to get breakfast and ready for school. As he sat there, eating his breakfast, he once got that feeling again. This time it was stronger. It gave him a slight tugging pain, but he once again dismissed it. As he heard Lou finish breakfast, they walked down to the bus stop. They sat there, waiting for the bus, and then all of a sudden, some kid on a skateboard jumped over them, only inches from their laps. They both jumped back in surprise.
Hey, what the hell's this?
The kid landed and turned back to them. He kicked up his skateboard and caught it with his hands. The kid seems about to be 12, 1 year younger than Jeff. He wears an Arab pastel shirt and ripped blue jeans.
Well. Looks like we got us some fresh meat, boys. Suddenly, two other kids appeared. One was super skinny and the other was huge. Well, since you're new here, I'll introduce us. Over there's Keith. Jeff and Lou looked over to the skinny kid. He had a dopey face that you'd expect a sidekick to have. And he's Troy. They looked over at the fat kid. Talked about a tub of lard. This kid looked like he hadn't exercised since he was crawling. And I, said the first kid, I'm Randy. Now, for all the kids in this neighborhood, there's a small price for bus fare if you catch my drift. Lou stood up, ready to punch the light out of the kid's eyes when one of his friends pulled a knife on him. I'd hope you'd be a bit more cooperative, but it seems we must do this the hard way. Kid walked up to Lou and took his wallet out of his pocket. Jeff got that feeling again. Now it was truly strong, a burning sensation. He stood up, but Lou gestured him to sit down. Jeff ignored him and walked up to the kid. Listen here, you little punk. Give my brother's wallet back or else. Randy put the wallet in his pocket and pulled out his own knife. Oh? What you gonna do?
Just as he finished.
No, it's fine. You read this paragraph.
Just as he finished the sentence, Jeff popped the kid in the nose. As Randy reached for his face, Jeff grabbed the kid's wrist and broke it. Don't like mine. Randy screamed and Jeff grabbed the knife from his hand. Troy and Keith rushed Jeff. My name's Jeff, but Jeff was too quick. He threw Randy to the ground. Keith lashed out at him, but Jeff ducked and stabbed him in the arm. Keith dropped his knife and fell to the ground, screaming. Troy rushed, but Jeff didn't even need a knife. He just punched Troy straight in the stomach and Troy went down. As he fell, he puked all over. Lou could do nothing but look in amazement at Jeff.
Jeff, how'd you manage that? That was all he said. Saw the bus coming and knew they'd be blamed for the whole thing, so they started running as fast as they could. As they ran, looked back, and saw the bus driver rush into Randy and the others. As Jeff and Lou made it to school, they didn't dare tell what happened. All they did was sit and listen. Lou just thought of that and his brother beating up a few kids, but Jeff knew it was more. It was something crazy. He got that feeling, felt how powerful it was, the urge to just hurt someone. He didn't like how it sounded. Couldn't help feeling happiness. He felt that strange feeling go away and stay away for the entire day of school. Even as he walked home, he did the whole thing near the bus stop, and now he probably wouldn't be taking the bus anymore. He felt happy. When he got home, his parents asked him how his day was, and he said in a somewhat ominous voice, "It was a wonderful day." Next morning, he heard a knock at his front door. He walked down to find 2 police officers at the door. His mother looking back at him with an angry look.
Jeff, these officers tell me you attacked 3 kids. That it wasn't regular fighting and that they were stabbed. Stabbed, son! Jeff's gaze fell to the floor, showing his mother that it was true. Mom, they were the ones who pulled knives on me and Lou. Son, said one of the cops. We found the kids. 2 stabbed, 1 having a bruise on the stomach. And we have witnesses proving that you fled the scene. Now, what does that tell us? Jeff knew it was no use. He could say him and Lou had been attacked, but then there was new proof. And it was not them that they attacked first. They couldn't say anything that they were fleeing because they told the truth that they were. So Jeff couldn't defend himself or Lou. Son, call your brother down. Jeff couldn't do it, since it was him who beat up all the kids. Oh wait, yeah, that's you.
All right, sir. It was me. I was the one who beat up the kids. You tried to stop me, you just couldn't. Cop looked at his partner and they both nodded. Well, kid, looks like a you and Judy. Wait, says Lou. They all looked up to see him holding the knife. The officers pulled their guns and locked on Lou. It was me. I beat up those little punks. Have the marks to prove it. Lifted up his sleeve to reveal cuts and bruises if he was in a struggle. Son, just put the knife down, said the officer. Lou held up the knife and dropped it to the ground. Put his hands up and walked over to the cops. No, Lou, it was me. I did it. Jeff had tears running down his face. Poor brother. Try to take the blame for what I did? Just take me anyway. The police led Lou out to the patrol car. Lou, tell him it was me. Tell him. I was the one who beat him up. Jeff's mother put her hands on his shoulders. Jeff, please. You don't have to lie. We know it's Lou. You can stop. Jeff watched helplessly as the cop car sped off with Lou inside. A few minutes later, Jeff's dad pulled into the driveway, seeing Jeff's face and knowing something was wrong. Son, what is it? Jeff couldn't answer. His vocal cords were strained from crying. Instead, Jeff's mother walked his father inside to break the bad news to him as Jeff wept in the driveway. After an hour or so, Jeff walked back inside. Seeing his parents were both shocked, sad, and disappointed. He couldn't look at them. Couldn't see how they thought of Lou when it was his fault. Just went to sleep, trying to get the whole thing off his mind. 2 days went by with no word from Lou at JDC.
Juvie Detentional Center, by the way.
I know. I'm just gonna read they know what it. Anyway. No friends to hang out with. Nothing but sadness and guilt.
Your mic just went down in volume for some reason.
Did it really?
Yeah.
That is until Sunday. Jeff is woke up by his mother. The happy, sunshiny face.
Jeff, it's today, she said as she opened the curtains and let the light flood into his room. What's today? Asked Jeff as he stares awake. Why, it's Billy's party! He's now fully awake. Mom, you're joking, right? You don't expect me to go to some kid's party after... There was a long pause. Jeff, we both know what happened. I think this party could be the thing that brightens up the past days. Now get dressed. Jeff's mother walked out of the room and downstairs to get herself ready. He fought himself to get dressed, or to get up. He picked out a random shirt and pair of jeans and walked downstairs. He saw his mother and father all dressed up, his mother in a dress and his father in a suit. He thought, why would they ever wear such fancy clothes to a kid's party? Son, is that all you're gonna wear? That was Jeff's dad. Better than wearing too much, he said. Miller pushed down the feeling to yell at him and hit it with a smile. Now, Jeff, we may be overdressed, but this is how you go if you want to make an impression, said his father. Jeff grunted and went back up to his room. I don't have any fancy clothes, he yelled downstairs. Just pick something out, called his mother. He looked around in his closet for what he would call fancy. He had a pair of black dress pants he had for special occasions and an undershirt. He couldn't find a shirt to go with it. He looked down and found only striped and patterned shirts, none of which go with dress pants. Finally, he found a white hoodie and put it on. You're wearing that? They both said. His mother looked at her watch. Oh no, time to change. Let's just go. She said that as she herded Jeff and his father out the door. They crossed the street over to Barbara and Billy's house. They knocked on the door and it appeared that Barbara Barbara, just like his parents, were way overdressed. As the kids walked outside, all Jeff could see were adults, no kids. The kids are out in the yard, Jeff. How about you go meet some of them? Said Barbara. Jeff walked outside to a yard full of kids. They were running around in weird cowboy Whoa, what the heck just happened? Hold on a second. My computer's lagging. Um, hold on, guys. Technical difficulties. Oh, here we go. Jeff walked outside to a yard full of kids. They're running around in weird cowboy costumes. What the heck is happening?
I just got back.
Okay, hold on a second. My computer is Hold on. Just give me a second. I'm
I
trying
don't
to
have
get back.
potato. I just grabbed like 3 fries. I'm not eating anything.
Okay. Jeff walked outside to a yard full of kids. They were running around in weird cowboy costumes and shooting each other with plastic guns. You might as well be. What is going on? He might as well be standing in a Toys R Us. Suddenly, a kid came up to him with a pen and a toy gun and hat. Hey, want to play? He said. No, kid. I'm way too old for this stuff. The kid looked at him with a weird puppy dog face. Please, said the kid. Fine, said Jeff. He put on the hat and started to pretend to shoot at the kids. At first, he thought it was totally ridiculous, but then he actually started to have some fun. It might not have been super cool, but it was the first thing he had done that took his mind off Lou. So he played with the kids for a while until he heard a noise, a weird rolling noise. Then it hit him. Randy, Troy, and Keith all jumped over the fence on their skateboards. Jeff dropped a fake gun and ripped off the hat. Randy looked at Jeff with a burning hatred. Hello, Jeff, is it? He said. We have some unfinished business. Jeff saw his bruised nose. I think we're even. I beat the crap out of you. I get my brother sent to. You get my brother sent to JDC, or Juvenile Detention Center. Randy got an angry look in his eye. Oh no, I don't go for even. I go for winning. You may have kicked our butts that one day, but not today. As he said that, Randy rushed at Jeff. They both fell on the ground. Randy punched Jeff in the nose and grabbed him by the ears and headbutted him. Jeff pushed Randy off and both rose to their feet. They were screaming and parents were running out of the house. Troy and Keith both pulled guns out of their pockets. No one interrupts or guts will fly, they said. Randy pulled a knife on Jeff and stabbed it into his shoulder. Jeff screamed and fell to his knees. Randy started kicking him in the face. After 3 kicks, Jeff grabs his foot and twists it, causing Randy to fall to the ground. Jeff stood up and walked towards the back door. Troy grabbed him. Need some help? He picks up Jeff by the back of the collar and throws him into the patio door. Or throws him through the patio door. As Jeff stands up, he is kicked to the ground. Randy repeatedly starts kicking Jeff until he coughs up blood. Come on, Jeff! Fight me! He picks up Jeff and throws him into the kitchen. Randy sees a bottle of vodka on the counter and smashes the glass over Jeff's head. Fight! He throws Jeff back into the living room. Come on, Jeff, look at me! Jeff glances up, his face riddled with blood. I was the one who got your brother sent to JDC! Juvenile Detention Center. And now that you're gonna sit here and let him rot in there for a whole year, you should be ashamed! Jeff starts to get up. Oh, finally he's standing. God, that voice hurt. Fight! Jeff is now to his feet, blood and vodka on his face. Once he gets to that strange, he's probably drunk. The one in which he hasn't felt for a while. Finally, he's up, Randy says as he runs at Jeff. That's when it happens. Something inside Jeff snaps. His psyche is destroyed. All rational thinking is gone. All he can do is kill. He grabs Randy and pile drives him onto the ground. He gets on top of him and punches him straight in the heart. The punch causes Randy's heart to stop, and Randy gasps for breath. Jeff hammers down on him, punch after punch. Blood gushes from Randy's body until he takes one final breath and dies. Die! Everyone is looking at Jeff now. The parents, the kids crying, even Troy and Keith, although they easily break their gazes and point their guns at Jeff. Jeff sees the guns trained on him and runs for the stairs. As he runs, Troy and Keith let out fire on him, each shot missing. Jeff runs up the stairs. He hears Troy and Keith follow up behind. As they let out their final rounds of bullets, Jeff ducks into the bathroom. He grabs a towel rack and rips it off the wall. Troy and Keith race in, knives ready. Troy swings his knife at Jeff, who backs away and bangs it. I've been reading for so long. I'm about to hand it off to you as soon as, I don't know. I'll read one more paragraph and then I'll hand it off to you, okay?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Troy swings his knife at Jeff. Oh, yeah, I read that. Troy's go down hard. Now all that's left is Keith. He's more agile than Troy, though, and ducks when Jeff swings at the towel rack. He dropped the knife and grabbed Jeff by the neck. He pushed him into the wall. A thing of bleach fell down on top of him in the top shelf. It burned both of them and they started to scream. Jeff wiped his eyes as best he could. He pulled back the towel rack and swung into Keith's head. As he lay there bleeding to death, he let out an ominous smile. "What's so funny?" asked Jeff. Keith pulled out a lighter and switched it on. "What's funny," he said, "is that you're covered in bleach and alcohol." Jeff's eyes widened as Keith threw the lighter at him. As soon as the flame made contact with him, the flames ignited the alcohol in the vodka, which the alcohol burned him. Bleached his skin. Jeff let out a terrible screech as he caught on fire. He tried to roll at the fire, but it was no use. Alcohol had made him into a walking inferno. He ran down the hall and fell down the stairs. Everyone started screaming as they saw Jeff, now a man on fire, drop to the ground, nearly dead. The last thing Jeff saw was his mother and the other parents trying to extinguish the flame. That's when he passed out.
I'm sorry, I was reading ahead. Jeff woke. He had a cast wrapped around his face. He couldn't see a thing, but he felt the cast on his shoulder and stitches all over his body. He tried to stand, but he realized that there was some tube in his arm. When he tried to get up, it fell out, and nurse rushed in. "I don't think he'll be getting out of bed just yet," she said. She put him back in his bed and reinserted the tube. Jeff sat there with no vision, no idea of what his surroundings were. Finally, after hours, he heard his mother. "Honey, are you okay?" she asked. Jeff couldn't answer, though. His face was covered, and he was unable to speak. "Oh, honey, I have great news. After all the witnesses told the police that Randy confessed of trying to attack you, they decided to let you go."
Randy died.
This made Jeff almost bolt up, stopping halfway, remembering the tube coming out of his arm. "They'll be out by tomorrow, and then you two will be able to be together again." Jeff's mother hugs Jeff and says her goodbyes. The next couple of weeks were those where Jeff was visited by his family. Then came the day where his bandages were to be removed. His family were all there to see it, what he would look like. As the doctors unwrapped the bandages from Jeff's face, everyone was almost on the edge of their seats. They waited until the last bandage holding the cover of his face was almost removed. "Let's hope for the best," said the doctor. He quietly pulls the cloth, letting the rest fall from Jeff's face. Jeff's mother screams at the sight of his face. Lou and Jeff's dad stare awestruck at his face. "What's happened to my face?" Jeff said. He rushed out of bed and ran into the bathroom. He looked in the mirror and saw the cause of the distress. His face. It's horrible. His lips were burnt to a deep shade of red. His face was turned into a pure white color and his hair singed from brown to black. He slowly put his hand to his face. It had a sort of leathery feel to it now. He looked back at his family, then back at the mirror. "Jeff," said Lou, "it's really not that bad." "Not that bad?" said Jeff. "It's perfect." His family was equally surprised. Jeff started laughing uncontrollably. His parents noticed that his left eye and hand were twitching. "Jeff, are you okay?" "Okay. I've never felt more happy." "Look at me. This face goes perfectly with me." You
Let me
couldn't
just
stop laughing.
hold on a second. I want to redo that laugh. Let me do it. Let me do the laugh.
You just broke my mic.
What?
I heard that my headset literally just cracked when you did that.
I know. That's what I was trying to do. Alright, continue.
He couldn't stop laughing. He stroked his face, feeling it, looking at it in the mirror. What caused this? Well, you may recall that when Jeff was fighting Randy, something in his mind, sanity snapped. Now he was left as a crazy killing machine. But his parents didn't know that. Doctor, said Jeff's mom, is my son okay in the head? Yeah, his behavior should be typical for patients that have taken a large amount of painkillers. His behavior doesn't change in a few weeks. You bring him back here and we'll give him a psych test. Thank you, Doc. Jeff's mother went over to Jeff. Jeff, sweetie, it's time to go. Jeff looks away from the mirror. His face still formed into a crazy smile. Okay, mommy. Ha 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 ha.
Hey,
His
mommy.
mother.
Sounds
His
like
mother took. Go.
I was gonna say it sounds like he's trying to flirt with her. It's like, hey, mommy.
His mother took him by the shoulder and took him to get his clothes. This is what came in, said the lady at the desk. Jeff's mom looked down to see that the black dress pants and white hoodies her son wore, now they were clean of blood and now stitched together. Jeff's mother led him to his room and made him put on his clothes. And they left, not knowing that this was their final day of life.
Oh my god.
Later that night.
Oh.
Oh, I got this last one's.
Oh yeah, you can
These
get
ones are going to be the best.
that. Yeah. You
Later
can get
that night, Jeff's mother woke to a sound coming from the bathroom. It sounded as someone was crying. She slowly walked over to see what it was. When she looked into the bathroom, she saw a horrendous sight. Jeff had taken a knife, carved a smile into his cheeks.
Jeff, what are you doing?
Asked his mother. Jeff looked over to his mother. I couldn't keep smiling, Mommy. It hurt after a while. Now I can smile forever. Jeff's mother noticed his eyes ringed in black.
Jeff, your
I'm sorry.
eyes.
His eyes were seeming never closing. I couldn't see my face. I got tired and my eyes started to close. I burned out the eyelids so I could forever see myself. My new face. Jeff's mother slowly started to back away, seeing that her son was going insane. What's wrong, Mommy? Aren't I beautiful? Yes, son, she said. Yes, you are. Let me go get Daddy so he can see your face. She ran into the room and shook Jeff's dad from his sleep. Honey, get the gun. She stopped as she shot Jeff in the doorway, holding a knife. Mommy, you lied to me. That's the last thing they heard as Jeff rushes them with a knife, gutting both of them. His brother Lou woke up, startled by some noise. Didn't hear anything else, so he just shut his eyes and tried to go back to sleep. As he was on the border of the slumber, he got the strangest feeling that someone was watching him. He looked up. Before Jeff's hands covered his mouth, he slowly raised the knife, ready to plunge it into Lou. Lou thrashed here and there, trying to escape Jeff's grip. Shh, Jeff said. Just go to sleep.
Let's pull down.
Wow.
Wow.
That was pretty nifty.
That was pretty nifty. I'm gonna roster this pasta a 10 out of 9. Hey,
It's not
roll up.
a 10 out of 9.
Honestly, it's not bad. I think the beginning wasn't exactly like the last one we did. The last one started everything off as a creepy situation. This one sort of had it evolve, so it's got a bit more of a backstory, which is it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked it. It's a really good story. It makes a lot of sense. I can't believe she would have told the dad to get the gun, though. I think I would have just said that hey, we're gonna call the doctor. Let me see if we can get you some more pills or whatever. Just say you look fine. Instead of like doing something like that, like I think she
Jumped
dug
the
her own
gun.
grave.
If you know what. What was it? She jumped the gun.
All right, well, I'm gonna go drink some of that bleach that he used. If you want to hear more of my voice, you can go check out my channel in the description below of his, because I should be starting uploading again in the next, well, should be less than a month. Probably get something for my birthday to fix my computer, and I'll be all set. We'll do gaming. If you want to hear a creepypasta on my channel, I don't mind reading it for you. I'll see if I can get something to go in the background, if I can actually figure out how to edit things, and if not, you'll be just watching it on Anthony's channel. And I'll let you close, buddy.
Okay. So, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and subscribe, as he said to himself over there, AIDENSR1, all caps. And, well, yeah, AIDENSR1.
You're welcome.
Parenthesis, all caps, parenthesis. And like, subscribe to my channel and do whatever. Give me some suggestions. Give him some suggestions for what we should do. I have no idea. Because I don't think we're
I'll be
open
honest.
to doing creepypastas together.
Yeah.
We might, though.
If you want to hear stuff on my channel, I could probably get into some more character roles, and I don't know. I could read whatever you guys need me to read.
I'll
I'm
be
getting
an
into that
appearance,
voice
though.
now.
Somewhere in this story, I'll be an appearance.
My voice is like almost stuck into the creepy mode. I gotta get my like a little bit lighter. A little bit lighter. Let me drink some water. That's a little bit better.
Just like
It's
inhale.
a little bit
water.
better.
Just
I don't
imagine-
drink the water. I eat the water.
I can imagine you just going like.
All right. Anyway, that should be the end of this. See you all in the next one.